What's up, YouTube? It's me, Freddy here, and welcome back to another video today. Now, I would like to welcome you back to the Dayshift of Freddy's 3 Revamp series, and I know it's been a little bit, but still, welcome back. If you are wondering why I'm saying it's been a little bit, so the last episode was live, and that was over a month ago. I tried getting this episode recorded, earlier this month, but then I was dealing with allergies and I had other stuff come up, so I kind of pushed this to the side. So I'm getting it done for the end of the month. So I hope you guys are still excited to see this continue. And some of you will be able to watch a majority of this episode, but I will put a warning now and later in the video. This is a Phone Guy Arc episode, so if you guys want to find out what the Phone Guy Arc is for yourself, well, I'll briefly go over how to do that again in a second, but most importantly, you can, if you guys want to do this for yourself, you can skip out on this episode and come back for the episode after this, so yeah. Also, one final thing I want to mention, I finally updated the channeled featured page to include all the Dayshift Freddy's 3, well, not all Dayshift Freddy's 3, but all the Dayshift at Freddy's playlist that I have on the channel, so you can check out the Dayshift Freddy's series section of the featured page whenever you want. And again, this is what we're doing right now, the Revamp series. So with that out of the way, again, just a refresher before I load the game, this whole Phone Guy Arc stuff can be found in the README at the very bottom. I believe I've shown this off before, but yeah, I'll probably show this off at when I finally do the final Phone Guy Arc episode again properly. But yeah, you can find it in the thank you and README. So for now, let's just get the game going. Let's load the game, launch into the game, and yeah. So, welcome back to Dayshift Freddy's 3. Back on our neutral revamp run, and we're taking a little sidestep today in today's episode to do some Phone Guy Arc stuff. So, yeah, here we go. Before I full screen that, I'll see, as always, if the display capture will work. Bum 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 ba da dum da 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 Ocean Man. So, continuing on our way back into our neutral run, but again, sidestepping today for the Phone Guy Arc. Sir Bear the Third's about to learn some Phone Guy lore today, so let's just dive right in to the action. And we ended last stream, which you can go back and watch, at 3 p.m., I think on the last day before the ending sequence. So, we're going to be focusing on booting up the Office PC today, but first, we're going to start with summoning Phone Guy. We're going to talk to our good boy, Purple Phony, and see how things are going. Hello, hello. Oh, hello, sir. You need something? Yes, tell me about yourself. About myself. Geez, where to start? Well, I'm a phone guy, of course. I was married once. I was a widower, and had a son. I had a purple retriever. I got a purple receiver for a head. What else? I am one of the Era 2 models, which were produced in the 1980s. Era 1 models were produced in the 70s, and Era 3 models which are much rarer, came out in the early 90s. My model number is 51-1, meaning I was the first and interestingly only phone guy to come from location 53. And then they're not surprising considering what happened to that location, I guess. Had we shut down a month earlier, I would still be robust and phone headless. Tragic. Well, That's interesting. So he's obviously an Era 2 phone guy, model phone guy. He's from the 53rd location, and he's like the first phone guy from that location. Tell me about your old location. My oldest location was location 53. We were in Nebraska, the Midwest. Due to candies sweeping west, the company decided that it'd be best to set up in a Midwestern chain of Freddy's restaurants. What a poor choice. During peak business hours, a strange man wearing a Candy the Cat suit entered the premises with a loaded pistol and opened fire. Shot my old manager 4 times. He didn't make it. Good riddance. I got transferred around a lot after that, but before I went AWOL, I guess I was looking for something else, someone else. So sorry, lost my train of thought there. Tell me some Freddy's lore. Lore, eh? Well, it should be no secret to you that phone guys are particularly programmed to erase certain memories. But people aren't really aware of the garbage they put into our heads. They aim to make phone guy I did the deal manager, Freddy's manager. Guess how that turned out? Not really well, I'm guessing. You guessed right. So they figured those are half robots. Let's make them seem more human. They figured all customers had a favorite character, right? Let's give phone guys a favorite character. They'll seem more alive that way. They chose Foxy. Turns out, human brains are harder to reprogram than robot AI. And keep in mind, the company couldn't figure out how to stop Freddy from telling customers he was God. Well, after enough tasing and hammering, they finally got most phone guys into Foxy the Pirate. A little too into... Yeah, a little too into Foxy the Pirate, though, and just like, and then enough. Let me tell you that one feature in our AI has created quite a few company scandals. Aha, that explains a lot. If you encounter such things, then let me formally apologize on behalf of the company. Well, I hope that scratches your lore thirst itch. Anything else, sir? That'll be all, employee. Okie-dokie, sir. I'll get back to work. See you on the flip side. Well, that was 50 minutes of our time in-game. We listened to such a thrilling conversation. We could call the factory again. I don't remember if I did this live, but I should probably do this again. I mean, hello, After Robotics, front desk, this is Scotty speaking. How can I help you today? I don't remember what I've done here. I was wondering, okay, so there isn't any phone guy lore here. I was wondering if I could rent a robot. Well, we're all sold out for the next 6 months, unfortunately. Sorry. Those old models are really popular. Thanks anyways. Glad to help. Goodbye, sir. Have a good one. Alright, that doesn't actually tack on time, so that's good. Anyways, headphone warning to people wearing headphones. Maybe take them off for a minute. This PC is loud and I can't adjust the audio real quick, but I know it's still going to be loud regardless. That's the game audio turned down. I know this might appear on screen if the game cover's broken, but yeah. Booting up Office PC. Yeah. Entire computer's at your disposal. What should you do now? Check restaurant reviews. Yeah, we're gonna look through everything on the computer. Check restaurant reviews. Let's check out our restaurant reviews. You can print out the good ones and hang them on the wall. We have 3 customer reviews right now. Let's see here. Don't enter. Strong start. I visited Freddy Fazbender's Pizza with my 3-year-old child today. That place stank of urine. Well, there what appeared to be what appeared to be about 9 giant cockroaches or beetles attempted to drag my child into the cracks beneath the floor and the wall. When the child wouldn't fit through the cracks, they decided to lay eggs on my son. It took 3 adults, one of whom had a rotary phone for a head, I might add, to pry the creatures off my son. I'm giving this place a 4 out of 10, honestly. Ah, dang it. That didn't sound like such a groovy review. Yeah, groovy, Bennett. Good call. Okay, next review. Dangerous robots. I visited Freddy Fazbender's Pizza with my 8-year-old girl today. Upon opening the door, my child approached the animatronic that stood on stage. My child approached the animatronic, preparing to give it a big hug. Then it proceeded to remove her frontal lobe. Now my 8-year-old sits in her underwear all day, drooling, watching My Little Pony, just like my 17-year-old son. I want a free pizza coupon. Heck you, Jack Kennedy. Okay, that review wasn't all that positive, was it? Oh heck, that one knew my name. I'm Sir Bear the Third. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I might want to lay low for a week or 2. Okay, last one. Dangerous staff. Oh boy. Okay, like seriously. So, I visited with my 7-year-old girl, and almost immediately, I got the smell that I can only define as a unique combine of rotten flesh and bleach. Wait, how would a customer recognize that exact smell? Very suspicious. Maybe he works at Freddy's? The smell's pretty common here. A weird guy at the prize corner was eating with an awful grin. Kept moving every time I blinked. And only when I blinked. Very terrifying. I really should get around to firing that. Then, what do you know? The phone-headed guy appears out of nowhere. My kid ran over to him, and I heard his voice vocally state, "Yeah." Well, attempting to shoo the child away from his foot. Completely ruined the vibe of, Okay, that last one is really concerning. Like, I think we should call the police. There's already enough police around here. As it is, into the trash it goes. Ah, jeez. Maybe also have a word with your phone-headed employee about the reviews. Kicking kids isn't awfully good for the business. Sounds like awfully good business to me. Heck the system. His head's a rotary phone. Cut him some slack. Your business is failing. No, it isn't. His head is a phone. Okay, heck it. No more reviews. We can't do reviews. Look through old company newsletters. Oh, looky here. Our company newsletter. Perhaps we ought to take a peek, see what the company was up to back in the good old day. Sounds groovy, man. Heck yeah. Okay, let's see here. I'll just pull one out at random. Oh, here we go. Company newsletter. July 6th, 85. Faz Burger. Hi, management here. It has come to our attention that there has been some recently been some speculation as to the contents of our burgers over here at the Faz Burger spin-off locations, and whether or not the company uses human flesh in our burgers. Scott Hula Hoop Coffin, our company spokesman, would like to temporarily take a break from his favorite hobby, hula hooping, to speak on behalf on this topic. Hi, Scott Hula Hoop Coffin here, spokesperson for Freddy Fazbender's Pizza. For those who were wondering, the reason my name is Scott Hula Hoop Coffin is due to the company replacing my with a plastic hula hoop, forcing me to constantly play hula hoop with my 24/7 to stop my entire rib cage and all my organs from. Hi, management again. We would like to specifically that once again our meat is sourced from genuine emu providers. I know we're lying to our customers, telling that our burgers are made of 100% guinea beef, but we wouldn't lie to you guys, would we? Also, rest in peace, Scott Hula Hoop Coffin, who sadly stopped hula hooping for a split second, causing his innards to become innards. Thank you for your time, and remember, sweep it under the rug, it's probably fine. Aha. How very... What the actual heck? Let's try another one. Company newsletter. July 15th, 85. Status of Arizona location. We at Fazbender are committed to serving to several values. Among those values are fun, safety, and earning enough money to keep Freddy Fazbear parasite free. However, one of our most valued core would be to be our dedication to keeping Foxy the Pirate out of the Grand Canyon. Today, our worst fear were realized. Due to the actions of one employee, Foxy the Pirate was thrown from the cliff next to the Arizona location and is now roaming the Grand Canyon. We would like to remind all staff to remain calm and, above all, demand a refund for any and all upcoming trips to the Grand Canyon. It is no longer safe down there. Foxy made sure of that. As always, thank you for your time, and remember, sweep it under the rug. It's probably fine. Dave was there. I can sense it. I think at least a third of the company's issues are because of Dave. Yeah, you're probably right. Here's a precise pie chart summing it all up. Oh, I forgot about the pie chart. Dave, Henry, Doggo, Godrid, us. Oh, come on. I'm hardly 20% of everything that has ever gone wrong. The chart is correct, and you know it. Time for another newsletter then, I guess. Oh boy, what's gonna happen this time? Company newsletter, November 11th, 86. Fire. Hi, management here. We'd like to remind everyone once again that fire is bad. Seems that a handful of you have forgotten that. So we've upgraded our fire policy to specifically that we at Freddy's are substantially anti-random fires. Whether those fires be in our restaurant, local oil rigs, or on a random parking lot. With that, here comes our company propaganda featuring one of our loyal employees, Matt. Only you can prevent company fires. Wait, how do I backspace? It's fine. Nobody will notice. Scott, copyrighted 1985 Fazbear Entertainment. Was it that simply stellar? Thank you, and remember, sweep it under the rug, unless it's on fire. That was sort of interesting, I guess. Looks like looking at Matt makes you want to burn this place down. You say that about everything. Phone Face wants to make me burn this place to the ground. The suit wants to make me burn this place to the ground. I built this place specifically with ultra flammable materials so I can burn it down with all the horrors of Freddy's burning inside my walls. Okay, but seriously, it's only a matter of time. If I can burn down one location, I can burn them all. Okay, but seriously, it's only a matter of time. Just let's move on to the final newsletter. Company newsletter, 11/29/1987. The Bite. Management here. Okay, time to cut the baloney just this once. We understand that the company is currently in a state of panic due to the incident that occurred at our Freddy's Bakery location. We'd like to remind those working at Freddy's as well as the general public that no one lost their life. The human can function without the frontal lobe, just not very well. With the addition controversy comes a new government law forbidding us to set up any new Freddy's locations. So please remain calm as we begin to force half of our company personnel into redundancy immediately. Don't worry, I'll be just fine. I can't speak for the rest of you. Thank you, and remember to smile, because you'll fail your next job interview if you don't. Well, that was the last newsletter. Guess the company didn't really feel the need to write anymore with half of the former staff on fire, whatever, or literally dead. God, that was awful. And to think I saw Freddy's history that day. You didn't see it, you experienced it. I forget, did you get bitten? Bite someone, or just vaguely influence the event? Remember, frontal lobe kinda itchy. I think I got bit by a dog or something. I remember kicking Balloon Boy and little else. You sure it wasn't all in 1983? I remember kicking Balloon Boy and little else. Of course you do. Then screaming and paying for other replacements of Toy Freddy's shins. That can't be right. Your memory's messed up. I'm pretty sure I can remember my own life. Oh yeah? What's your name? Jeremy Fitzgerald? Good attempt. That was something. Let's never peek at these again, okay? Well, that's half of what the computer has to offer. So let's look at this. Okay, you're in. Go explore the logs to your heart content. Welcome, owner. What floor would you like to enter? We only have Professor Entertainment. Welcome, Freddy Fazbender. We have 4 logs to look at. One of them which will trigger Phone Guy Arc, and we've been 22 minutes. Oh boy, let's see if we can get through these. Location, 13 log, 32 July 13th, 85. Faz log, location 13 log. Grand Canyon. Today has been a troublesome day, to say the least. I woke from status at 6 a.m. and attempted to clean the restaurant, but sadly ended up meeting several obstacles. My suspicions of Dave hosting a debauchery jamboree at the pizzeria the night before were unfortunately confirmed when I met with an array of discarded paper plates, paper cups across the pizzeria floor, all of which were filled with ping pong balls with the exception of one cup, which had freshly hatched chicken egg in it. I spent the next 4 hours attempting to get the place clean for noon. We were supposed to host a birthday party with a horde of shrieking toddlers. Making sure that any of those brats don't fling themselves off the side of the Grand Canyon is a task in it of itself, I can assure you. The party began at noon. I was still cleaning during the entire thing. There were ping pong balls in Freddy's mouth. Just as I finished cleaning up the ping pong balls, I noticed a paw print on the floor. Somehow, from what I gathered, someone brought at least 12 German Shepherds into the pizzeria. At that moment, Dave entered the pizzeria and I spotted him smoking near the stage. From the brief moments I laid my eyes upon him, I could infer that he was reaching over to put a cigarette in Freddy Fazbender's mouth. I ran over to Dave, fuming. David, I said to the aubergine slacker, if you don't mop those paw prints off the floor in the next 10 minutes, so help me gosh. That's when the hecker decided to reply with,
that sounds amazing, Scott. I don't want to do that.
I thought to myself, so help me Scott, if he doesn't mop the floor. I stood my ground. If you don't mop the floor in the next 10 seconds, Dave, you're fired forever. Dave didn't take that order very well at all.
I'm not doing that. Only, like The Rock, you wrote Revamp.
At that point, I could contain myself no longer. Dave Miller, you are fired. Now get out of my restaurant. Dave didn't take that very well.
Oh, yeah. Well, watch this. Only.
Dave ran in from the stage where Foxy was slumped over against the wall. And with that, a battle cry erupted from a rebellious aubergine warrior.
Pick up the facts. Pick up the facts. Pick up the facts.
And with that, like a plum-colored titan, he latched onto Foxy the pirate, and hoisted Foxy above his head. I immediately pursued the lavender fella at breakneck pace. Hey you, I roared, barely containing an ounce of bite. Incentive rage. Put the heckin' fox down. Then, the hecker did it. The aubergine scoundrel let out a roar.
Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon.
And with that, he was at the door. Through the window, I witnessed a horrible display. Dave Miller, without a moment of hesitation, threw Foxy the pirate off the nearby ledge into the Grand Canyon. I followed him outside after the callous deed was done and dropped to my knees. I let out a roar. You did it! You finally did it! My one love tarnished. I am now alone in this miserable spear. Then Dave turned to me.
Want to get a bite to eat? All of that fast throwing really makes you whip up an appetite. Last one to clip on is the rotten eggplant.
And thus, he left me in the dust. A crumpled mess of a phone, man. Some nights in the haze of the dim and moonlight, I walk to the Grand Canyon. I can hear him, Foxy the pirate, howling from the depths of the canyon. We'll be together again soon, my love. Soon. Company note. This model of phone guy was scrapped due to the numerous attempts of flinging himself over the side of the canyon. Likely into crude attempt to follow Foxy the pirate. The company would like to remind all phone guys that all phone guys are robots and while lifelike aren't human. They can't feel genuine feeling like we do and do not have unique names or memories about their past life or former families. These problematic behaviors are a result of misprogramming AIs, and Phone Guy 6-1 can be easily replaced. That's all. Well, that was an interesting log. And we got a callback to Dayshift Freddy's 3. Not Dayshift. We're playing Dayshift Freddy. We got a nice callback to Dayshift Freddy's where Dave threw Foxy into the Grand Canyon. I'm just checking. Almost 30 minutes. Jeez, I still have 3 logs to go through. And Phone Guy arc lore. I almost feel like I should have streamed this. Anyways. Faz log. Location 47, log 39. March 13th, 80 something failure. It's me, Scott. Today an employee, one Peter Kennedy, had an accident. Typical enough case. Spring lock failure. Must have slipped or tripped the spring locks accidentally. Peter was a decent man and an even better employee. A case such as he could almost been referred as an anomaly. He followed the instructions outlined in the company training tapes with utmost care. He even dragged himself to the safe room door, but no further than that. We found him slumped over against the door, not long after the accident. I wonder what would possess a man to follow dragging his own body that far and then just stop. I'm stumped. Either way, he's being sent off to the factory tonight. This is how it is, and this is how it's always been. I spent the day in the factory, so did my boss, so did his boss. It's the way it's always been. The joy of creation. Company note. Phone Guy 14-2 is clearly dysfunctional. Sometimes misprogramming can occur when a phone guy are produced. Phone guys have no relations to deceased or missing employees. They do not carry human memories from past lives, no matter how frantically they try to convince you of such things. Fazbear Entertainment is doing its best to deprogram this troubling behavior from Phone Guy's heads company personnel. As of July 1987, PG 14-2's location has been shut down, and PG Phone Guy 14-2 has been dismantled. All these phone guys are witnessing things, and then the company comes in with a note later saying, oh, these phone guys don't exist anymore. Kind of suspicious. Location 45, log 52, November 13th, 83. Doggos. Oh god, they just won't stop. God, my ears. I mean, I don't have ears, but ouch, my metaphorical ears. They just keep barking. They've been barking for hours. All it took was one doggo to start barking, and oh god, get down from there. Who even designed this location? Where the heck are the company blueprints? Who the hell is Jeremy Fitzgerald, and why did he think that this location would be a good idea? No, please, God, don't touch that. Company note: never again. We gotta look into the doggo location that is teased and referenced in the training tape of this game, and in a kind of like troll version of Dayshift Freddy's 1. Anyways, we're 30 minutes in. I know I keep doing this, so it's kind of, I'm not trying to disrupt the flow, I'm just checking. This is the warning for people who don't want to watch the Phone Guy Arc lore and experience it for themselves. Since I have the purple phony here, once I get done with this log, Phone Guy lore will start. So, this is your warning. Stop watching from this point on, and come back and I'll see you guys in the next episode. But for those of you sticking around, location 46, log 157, 1993. Or, yeah, 93. Memories. Hey, it's... Heck it. I'm cutting the no censor crap. Is my name even Scott? Who am I? Every night I've been plagued with dreams, or perhaps memories, of a small boy looking up at me with eager, grasping eyes. Each nightmare is more vivid than the last. Every time I see his face more well defined. Last night in my dreams, I picked him up with my own two arms. He looked into my eyes. I had eyes, and he called me Daddy. Daddy, who am I? This can't be just a dream. This feels right. I knew this kid. I think this kid was my son. A name keeps entering my head sometimes when I'm out the floor or when I'm performing maintenance on the bots. Jason. I need to go find him. The others, I see now. The other employees, the ones from the newspapers, who all have phones for heads. They aren't me either. They're like me, but I wonder if they have memories. Had families, their broken voices, this faulty voice box. This isn't my voice. Who the hell even has a phone for a head? I'm so... Am I Jason? Is the boy Jason? Do I have a son? My son needs me. I'm running away from here, far from here. I'm going to find Jason. End of log. Company note. Model 5301, as you can see, was clearly dysfunctional when writing this message. Sadly, Fazbear Entertainment was unable to track Phone Guy 53-1 down due to the company having a very few leads. 53-1 is presumed still to be at large. Again, we at Freddy's won't We at Freddy's won't like to reaffirm phone guys bear no connection to deceased or missing employees. No matter how much a phone guy or the family of a deceased employee may wish for it to be, it's the agony of every tragedy. Those employees are dead and they are incapable of coming back. It's easy for humans to get caught up in their emotions and to project human qualities onto our animatronics. While the robots on our stage may appear lifelike, they bear no resemblance to any children, deceased or otherwise. The same goes for the robotic managerial employees. Professor Entertainment would like to end our log with a heartfelt request. Anyone with delusional requests for any former deceased employees, please see a grieving therapist and get some help. And here we go. Hey, sir, what are you... Wait, is that... Sir, where did you get... something wrong, employee? Nothing. Nothing. Just the log you have on screen. I wrote that log. I have to ask. What did you make of what you read? It seemed typical enough of a Freddy's complete tragedy. Sloppy writing, poor excuses, a 4 out of 10. I would be generous. I didn't know what to make of it. It was strange. Yeah, I can't say I blame you for thinking that. So, who was Jason? Oh, Jason was my son after all.
There we go. I left my post as soon as I finished writing this. I left my location and never looked back.
Voice acting again, guys.
I spent a while traveling through Boise, Idaho, just looking around. Those people I passed looked at me funny. Figured I was someone in a ridiculous costume or some sort of escape prop from a local circus, perhaps. Funny, the kids never looked at me like that. Maybe some of them recognized me from Freddy's. Knew I was alright. You know, a person, like they were. I kept searching. And after no luck, I left town and started walking. I kept walking for a long time. I walked the entire length of southern Idaho and kept walking. Montana, Utah, Colorado. I just kept walking. Little things came back to me. Once I was out of that checkerboard prison. You know, familiar roads. Familiar smells. I still have no clue where my old house was. But I remembered that I was married. And that my wife had died long ago. I even remembered my name. My full name. Jake Wilson.
And there's the introduction of Jake.
My son? My son must have been Jason Wilson. I had a full name to work with. I had enough to find my son. I got a phone book and searched for every Jason Wilson in the country. Turns out there's quite a few of them. So, I started walking. Started in my home state of Nebraska. Figured I had to start somewhere, right? Perhaps he was living near our old home. I traveled door to door looking for him and was met with varied reactions. I searched for months before I found the right house. It was located in northern Nebraska, a quaint suburb. I arrived in the evening. I walked up the smooth driveway, trudging through the snow. It was winter at that point, and I saw a light coming from the front window. So, he was grown up, like me. At that point, it occurred to me, how long had I been at Freddy's? For how many years has that damned company stolen from me? Was I a fool to expect to see my son as I remembered him? I looked at the whole house, up and down. My son. He turned out all right. Hell, better than all right. He turned out just fine. Even without me. And that's when she ran in. A small girl. Into his embrace. And a woman entered the room behind her, wearing an apron. I noticed a whole dining room behind him, filled with people. I should have noticed from the big Christmas tree in the living room. They were celebrating Christmas in there. I stood transfixed, watching this happy family at the table, chatting, pulling Christmas crackers. They were happy. Slowly, the window I was peering through steamed up, and I couldn't see Jason or his family anymore. Just my own reflection. And I saw myself and what he would have seen me as. Monster. I couldn't bring myself to knock on the door. I left the house alone and never came back. He was happy without me, and having a monster suddenly stumble into his life would have ruined everything. Sir, do you think I'm a bad father?
Jake, I gotta say, you clearly cared about your son a lot. You did your best, Jake. Do you really think that? I had one opportunity to reconnect with him, and I couldn't bear who I was, who I became. Look, I was an orphan. I know that your son, he probably had a chair at his Christmas table left empty. I knew I always had 2 empty chairs for mine. 3 after my brother left. Then 4. Employee. Your son never forgot you. He still misses you. I don't know. I'm a monster, sir. You can't deny that. Maybe not, but I knew this guy, one guy. Tried to help him long ago. He was an orphan like me. His life can get pretty messed up, but oh boy. It was like the universe wanted him dead from the get-go. Deformed, abnormal looking. No parents, no guardian. Despite everything, he still grew up by himself. Scavenged for food, forged his own future. Again, it was like the universe itself wanted him down. And a weaker man would have died. But he refused. Every fiber of his being wanted to live. The universe knocked him down every day. But he couldn't help himself from getting back up. He simply couldn't stop coming back. Eventually, as a young man, he ended up getting adopted. A local business owner took him. Trained him, mentored him in the way of children's entertainment. Soon the young man saw the owner as a father he never had. Let me tell you something. That business owner, horrible man. Destroy the orphan's body. Destroy the orphan's brain. He knew the orphan was strong enough to go alone again, and used that to his advantage. He knew the orphan would keep coming back. He did, He always did, after all. He exploited that young man for everything that he was worth. Was worth. And after all that, left him out on the curb. So no, you aren't a bad father. You did your best. My son, he didn't need me. He grew up fine without me. You should be happy. Your son grew up into a fine young man. You left him with what he needed to grow up, right? I'm proud of you. Sir, thank you. I needed to hear that. One day after all this is over, you need to go find him again. I'll think about it. Thank you, sir. Just feel like a large weight has been lifted off my shoulder. I'm glad. You phone-headed man. Fine, you orange cryptid. Don't get all sappy on me. I'm getting back to work. This place isn't gonna run itself, you know. Sure, employee, sure. I enjoyed our little talk. Goodbye, sir. So see you on the flip side. Well, with that concludes this episode of the Phone Guy arc and just another installment into the Days of Freddy's 3 Revamp series. We learned quite a lot today, from company newsletters to reviews of our company currently, to different newsletters of different problems other phone guys faced, and even learning a little backstory about Jake. So, that's everything for now. So if you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. Hit the bell to be notified when I come back for more Dayshift the Freddy's 3 Revamp content. And until next time, again, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you on the flip side. And we'll be back soon to end the neutral run. But for now, you know, it's time to end the game. I'm going to save off camera. I'll see you all later. We've been almost 50 minutes. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye, everybody.